This woman broke into her boss's office and said she wanted to quit, but she didn't realize that the boss was only on the phone. So the woman picked up her high heels and smashed them. The woman hit her head and was hospitalized. The doctor told her she had a terminal illness and could only live for 3 weeks. In fact, what she did next was even crazier. The woman's name was Georgette. She was a saleswoman at the mall, and she was determined to live her life to the fullest. She went to the bank, took out all her savings and her mother's inheritance, and bought a plane ticket to Europe. She wanted to fulfill all her wishes and spend all her money before she died, because she bought economy class. The fat guy in the front seat kept squeezing him. In the past, Georgette would have put up with it, but now he no longer tolerates it. He didn't expect the flight attendant to say that first class is empty. You go to sit in first class, saw. Georgette heard a smile. She did not say a word to increase the money to upgrade to the next class. Do not say here is really spacious. Not only have roasted chicken hospitality and flight attendants to pour him wine. Xiao ji ya beautiful drink a mouthful. This is the feeling of the rich. After getting off the plane, there was a long line of taxi drivers, and Jorge waved his hand and directly chartered a helicopter, airborne in his dream of the 5-star hotel. The people on the ground are shocked. The last person to make such a splash was a British national treasure. Georgia got a presidential suite for $0.000 a night. She first went to a high-class dress store and got herself a makeover that night. She wore a red dress into the 5-star restaurant. The red silhouette of the artistes were dumbfounded. At that moment, Georgia arrived and ordered all of the chef's signature dishes without any requests. The chef thought to himself that this is the confidant who loves food. Soon a delicious dish was served on the table. The chef also came over to greet personally. This scene shocked the rest of the restaurant. Who is this woman to be received by the top Michelin chef himself? The next day, Georgette went skiing, her first time, and she couldn't control herself on the skis. The next day, Georgia went skiing, her first time, and couldn't control her skis. She was going fast and furious. At the dinner table, Georgette becomes the center of attention. She says she is going bungee jumping tomorrow. A rich businessman sees that she has stolen the show again and says he wants to go bungee jumping too. And so a bungee jumping competition begins. The two of them are standing on a dam several thousand meters above the sea. The rich businessman is a little afraid, but the coach is still saying what to be afraid of. It's not dangerous at all. Only a few people have died. So the rich businessman is even more afraid. Georgette didn't care that she was going to die anyway. She opened her arms and jumped down. Feeling the thrill of weightlessness, she opened her parachute and finally landed safely. The coach on the dam began to urge the rich businessman to jump. You jump off. I did not expect the rich businessman refused to jump down just like this to admit defeat. According to the hotel laundry room, people said that the rich businessman sent pants that day is wet. I did not expect Joji luck on the table. The first time on the table, 2 consecutive hit 17 points. All of them hit. On the other hand, the rich businessman on the other end of the miserable. Everyone followed Jojo to buy. Only he preferred the opposite results of a pile of losses. The third time, Georgette put all her chips on 17 points, and everyone around was shocked at what this woman was up to. The rich businessman did not believe in evil and once again bet against the results. Just 10 minutes to pay the prize won more than $3 million. Georgette knew that her days were numbered. She looked at herself in the mirror and said, "You're very lucky. You can't have everything you want. Let's do something different." It was Christmas, and the chef invited Georgia to join him for a dinner party, and he was delighted to show off his skills with a steak, roast chicken, and seafood soup. At the party, the rich businessman revealed Georgia's true colors in front of everyone. He found out about Georgette's identity through other channels and said with a smile on his face, "You're a solace girl and you're trying to cheat people by pretending to be a rich man." Georgia didn't get angry. She frankly stood up and told everyone that she didn't want to cheat anyone. The reason why she came here is because he is terminally ill and wants to spend all his savings in the few days he has left. She wanted to spend all her savings in the few days She had left to fulfill her wish to leave this world with no regrets, and she turned around and left. Then the hospital sent a fax saying that the machine had malfunctioned and had swept up 30 patients, all of whom were terminally ill. Georgette cried with joy. She never thought that the terminal illness was the biggest surprise of life to him. At the end of the story, Georgette and her boyfriend opened a small restaurant, which is doing very well.